All right, folks, let's go. Duke, Illinois. Do not let the lack of a ranking next to Illinois' name fool you. This is a top contending team. Let me just get rid of the Kentucky game. All right. Nobody cares what's going to happen with that Kentucky game. It is what it is, that Kentucky-Bama. As I was saying, do not let the lack of a ranking next to Illinois' name fool you. This is a team that, by the record, looks like they've been struggling in the Big Ten. However, they have wins against very high-level opponents. They have very good wins against these opponents, actually. We're going to break this down for you here in just a second. As soon as I get my notes in front of me. I don't have a stats guy in here telling me what this is all about, but I wrote it all down. Illinois is 19 in the net. Okay, this is the weird part. They're basically, by the metrics you would use to evaluate whether they would be in the NCAA tournament, they're a top 25 team, all right? They're sitting at 19, which is basically somewhere between a 4 and a 5 seed at the end of the day, all right? So Skylark, Herbert, Chalk Fan, and Nick, welcome in, and good afternoon and early evening to everybody. This, as I was saying, Illinois sits between a 4 and a 5 seed. This is basically the Sweet 16 being played out right here in February, okay? Who knows who's going to end up where and the regions, but Illinois will be in the tournament. They could be basically a 4 or 5 in a particular region. And if they were, we would meet them in the Sweet 16, so here you go. And it's a neutral site game. This has everything, all the makings of an NCAA tournament game before the NCAA tournament. It's sort of an interesting way to schedule this. You know, we're not playing a conference game today, obviously. The rest of the ACC has basically already played. Clemson went ahead and won. That's unfortunate because we thought that SMU was going to do us a solid here and actually help us out, but it looks like Clemson will continue to only have 2 losses. Louisville also won, so they still only have 2 losses, but we do hold the tiebreaker over Louisville, not over Clemson. So the ACC continues to be a tight race, but this particular game is what we have to focus on for today. All right, Illinois has had a series of close losses, but also some rather good wins. Let's go over that right now. Basically, what we're looking at, they've had close losses to Tennessee, a number 1 Tennessee team that was back in December. Really, that was a buzzer beater that they lost. They beat number 9 Oregon handily, however, in Oregon. And Oregon has now sort of fallen off, but that was a 32-point affair. It's actually the most that anybody has beaten a top 10 team on the road. And then they also beat Wisconsin in December, although they played a home and away against Wisconsin, and they recently just lost to them earlier this week. So Illinois coming off of 2 losses, one to ranked number 11 Michigan State and another to ranked 11 Wisconsin. That was kind of a bizarre ranking system there, how that ended up. Timothy, welcome in. Good afternoon. The last time Duke and Illinois played was the COVID year back in 2020, which all of us would rather forget. Illinois beat us up by 15 points. That was one of the largest margins of victory by a non-conference opponent in Cameron, actually. In Mike Krzyzewski's career. So this team, however, very different than the team that won the Big Ten last season. So basically I'm pretty sure the reason why we scheduled this was because Illinois won the Big Ten last season. So we're like, okay, we'll just have a very tough non-conference game in February and basically, try to emulate the NCAA tournament ahead of when it actually happens. And so that's kind of, I think, what Coach Shire was going for here. So in any case, they only return, where is my stat here? They basically have only less than 10% of the actual points that they had from last season. The team has completely turned over. They have 3 fantastic freshmen, accounting for about 44% of their scoring, number 32, number 7, and number 21. So keep an eye on those three. Also, offensive rebounding is going to be the big question of the day. Remember, we had questions about Duke's ability to rebound, which were then answered. But for 3 games, we did get out rebounded there in the middle of the ACC calendar. We've done considerably better since then, but rebounding is going to be a significant point of interest here in this particular game, and also the 3-point shot. So Illinois is 6th in the nation in 3-point attempts at 30 per game. They've struggled in the last 2 games from 3, and here's great defense here by Duke in the home whites. Okay, so they've actually kind of flipped the scoreboard here. No, actually, the scoreboard on ESPN is going to be backwards to the scoreboard on the actual screen. So, because I don't know why the ESPN decided to give us the away position on their thing, given that this is a neutral court thing. But the first 2 3-point shots there by Illinois are both off, and Duke down with the rebound as Cooper Flagg finishes the possession. 5 usual starters for Duke. Obviously, no Malik Brown in this particular game. He is out. Sion James is going to get it started for 3. That is a big shot for Sion James, and not exactly what we typically would think when we're talking about getting our 3-point shots. So now back to the Illini. And, oh my goodness, Proctor going to be called for... Oh God. That is not the 3. You foul a 3-point shooter with a cheap one. When is the first week of the NCAA tournament? No, it's like this 3rd week of March. You basically have to play the ACC tournament out through the 2nd week, and then you don't. There's actually no time off, right? You have Selection Sunday, which is I'm pretty sure Selection Sunday is going to be. I think it's the 9th, and so I think that the NCAA starts the 20th and 21st. We can look it up in at one of the commercial breaks, actually. The first free throw here by White is no good. He does make the second of the set. Second of the set of 3. And he makes the 3rd one, so 2 out of 3 from the line. No, not 12, so 3-2 here. Nice pass by Knipple. Going to go back to Sion James for another 3-point shot. Malawach with an offensive rebound. It's actually going to turn it into the hands of the Illini. Out in transition is the orange. Nice Illinois orange team. But they come up empty on the shot. Good defense by Duke. Knipple going to step into a 3. No, he's going to put it on the deck. Nice shot fake. That should have been a foul and an and 1. But Con Knipple. This game does definitely have the feel of an NCAA game. I mean, both teams not really knowing much about the other one. So you're light on scouting, right? That's offensive foul. Offensive foul by number 3 there on Illinois, as John Shire was working the refs for that one. I really like this. I really like being able to see the team play out of conference because I feel like in conference we're just don't get tested as enough. And here's another Sion James 3. And the game plan is feed Sion James the rock from range. Apparently, he's 2 out of 3. Both of them he hit in the same exact spot. Here's the 3 on the other side by Illinois. They still can't hit. And the rebound there by White up over Knipple. He scores. He's got 4. 8-4 here, Duke in the early going. I feel like the thing is playing in conference. It gives you this and I think the SEC is going to figure this out real soon, too, as soon as they get into the NCAA tournament, as Knipple's got another 2, so that's 4 for him. It basically, it gives you blinders, right? You're sort of Once you get out of the non-conference, all you do is play your conference for like 2.5 months, for almost 3 months, and then you like look up and you're like, okay, what's the rest of the basketball world doing? And then you get to the NCAA tournament and sort of figure out, oh, everybody else is actually really good as well. And so this is a perfect test, I think, for our guys, especially because we already, like, we know we're good. We just got to kind of prove it. They must not think Zion James can hit those. But that is not a good... If that is your hypothesis, that is not a good hypothesis to go into the game with, because he has shown that he has the ability to hit three-point shots. Like, does he take them all the time? No. Is he going to attempt to take another one again? Yes. Did he miss it? Yeah, okay, it's 2 of 4. So maybe, like, not get ahead of ourselves, but he can definitely hit it, right? But I think Chalk Fan is sort of right here. They're definitely, like, playing way off of him when he's behind, like, oh, should have been a travel there. White couldn't finish it either. And Illinois comes up empty on a possession that they absolutely should have gotten. Here's Malowacz there. Nice screen. Here's going to be Proctor for 3. No, that's way too strong. Knipple with the offensive rebound back outside to Flag. Flag asking the boys to calm it down here for a second. Now, little pick and roll action. Flag in the paint. Oh, too strong. I don't know how he missed that one. That should have been a gimme for Flag. I mean, he should have just dunked it. Boswell to the rim. Yes, that's another 2 for him. 4 for Boswell, 4 for White. 12 to 8 here, as we still haven't gotten a timeout. Patrick Gungba at the bench, actually. That's the interesting swap now with Malik Brown out. Patrick Gungba seemingly being able to get more minutes. Illinois wants to bring in effectively a line change, but there's no whistles. So we're going to get Knipple to the rack again. Can't get it. Malowacz there with the putback. Those are his first points. A little bit messy, but Duke is managing to make it happen. 14 to 8. This is Ivičić. Oh my goodness, what a baseline cut there by White, actually. We've okay, let's see if they decide to give us those backdoor cuts later in the game, because usually that works once on Duke, and then we kind of figure it out. Flag out to Proctor here. Proctor, nice pass to James. That's the foul. That's a foul. Ivičić. I don't know. Illinois did not have Ivičić earlier in the week. There was illness, a little flu action going on the team here. Great pace to the opening sequence here of the game. 14-10. Who's the Charlotte Hornets announcer? I actually don't mind. Gus Johnson is hilarious, actually. The Fox Sports one is a total, like, threw me for a total loop too. Because I guess Fox Sports does the Big Ten, but it's kind of odd to have these guys doing a Duke game. Oh, Chris Collins. Oh, interesting. So, as I was saying about the offensive rebounding, and the reason I brought it up is because Illinois is one of the nation's top rebounding teams, okay? In defensive rebounds per game, they average about 30. So, can Duke offensively rebound is sort of the question, right? So, Illinois very, very good at ending possessions, with this 30 defensive rebounds a game. And overall, they have about 44 rebounds per game, so they're getting 14 offensive rebounds per game as well, which is quite good. And the rebounding margin averages plus 10. So that is going to be a big stat that we need to keep an eye on throughout the game. So we can take a look here how we're doing so far on that. I feel like the eye test would tell us that we're, fighting pretty well and keeping ourselves in it. So interestingly, the spread started at about 10.5 on 10.5 for this particular game, and I think it was down to 9.5 by the time we actually tipped off. So I don't know if it feels like 10 is quite a lot here for our guys, but the rebounding is right now actually in favor of Duke 6-5, so +1. I love when we play on neutral site games where it's decent competition, good preview of the NCAA tournament environment for our guys. Yeah, indeed. The New York is always a good one for us too, because it's like Cameron away from home. The Cameron North. So like, Duke fans are going to show up and represent New York. It's going to be for being a neutral site, it's going to be a very, very friendly neutral site crowd, shall we say. So there should be 2 fouls on Illinois there. Yeah. He did the game we lost to SF Austin. That's bad. That's bad luck. My God, I can't unlock my phone. It's wet. I got absolutely soaked trying to walk the dog. And of course, now it's not raining, but I could not wait because of the game. As a problem with being on the West Coast, I couldn't wait. So now I can't even press the buttons on the phone. God damn it. My God, I'm going to have to take it out of the case. Cat fan, welcome in. Thank you very much. That was a good thumbnail. I actually, the AI did a great job with that one. I agree. CN James at the free throw line. Very good free throw shooter here as we have Isaiah Evans in. And he will make one and miss one. And it's a rebound for Kerry Booth. Your 5 Blue Devils on the floor. Flag James Gungba, Proctor, and Isaiah Evans. This is Kaspris, number 32. I'll figure out the last name in a second. Will Riley here. Oh, Jesus. Jakachonis is what we're going with. All right. Oh, that's an air ball, actually. He's averaging, number 32 is averaging about 15.6 points per game. And we have a foul on number 32 there. So the top scorer, actually, for Illinois here coming in this season. Time for Showtime Slim to light it up. That is, that could be. I mean, it is definitely this is a primetime game in a primetime location. I could see it. Is Brown done for the year? No. He will be back for the NCAA tournament. Imaging was very positive this week. Nothing abnormal. It is just a purely dislocated shoulder. And speaking about Slim, he got blocked, actually, on that one. Or something. It was either blocked or it was disrupted. It wasn't quite as good of a three as you'd think. But they did run the out-of-bounds play for him as Proctor hits the deck here. Great help defense there. That should be a travel, right? What? Foul on Gungba? Flag on the reach-in. Okay, that's very lame foul. 3 on the way for Illinois. That doesn't look good either. Hits the rim a couple times, and Illinois manages to save it. Good offensive rebound for the Illini there. Proctor with the defense on Riley. And now gives it up to Lawthorne. 3 on the way. Still can't hit one. Oh, for forever here for the Illini from 3. Oh, that could have been a foul there. Nice putback by Gongba, actually, on the offensive board. Cleaning up the miss there from his fellow freshman Cooper Flag. Kasper's going around the corner. Oh, he beat Gungba, but it's got to give it up here. Another 3 on the way by Lawthorne. That's no good either. Rebound here to Flag, and up ahead, Isaiah Evans. Isaiah Evans in transition gets fouled. Both Flag and Evans had their eyes on the hoop for that one. Nice transition by Duke. So this is the a bad 3-point shot is the first pass in your opponent's fast break. Illinois is really trying to force it from the outside, and they are coming up absolutely empty. I mean, 0 for 7 at the moment. Remember, they take about 33s per game. We said this like at the start, right? But they're just not hitting them. So I guess you could keep taking threes. That's cool, but like, you know, that was a 3-point shot. That long rebound there to flag as he catches it in stride, and is just Isaiah Evans is just taken off. And Flag will go to the bench here at 12:37, so that's his normal rest. Nothing special there. Isaiah Evans 1 of 2 at the free throw line, 18-10. Yeah, the Brotherhood jerseys with the white with our Gothic font looks good. Looks good for the home away from home here. Boswell gives this one up to Riley again. Illinois trying to go with the high screen and roll. Well defended here by Duke, and it's going to go up and over the outstretched arm there of Mason Gillis. Riley with his first points. An extra 2 for the Illini there. 18-12. Proctor to Evans. You have Gillis now in the game as well. Gillis and Knipple. Here's Slim from the side. Oh, beautiful. Isaiah Evans with 4 so far after that 3-point shot as Duke opens a 9-point advantage. Big opportunity here for the Blue Devils if we can manage it, at least defensively. Get a defensive stop and a score if we can do this. Boswell around the corner on Knipple. Decent defense, but Boswell manages to put it up and in. He's got 6. Tied as the leading scorer there for the Illini. I really want to say the orange, but that's Syracuse. That's Syracuse. It's like, it's another orange team. It's too much orange. Illini, Clemson, Syracuse. Goodness. Slim gonna come around the curl ready to shoot again. Oh, it goes in! What? Oh my goodness. It just died on the rim. I was like, that is way long. We'll go back at the 11-10 mark and just look at that thing just died. Oh, what a cut there by number 2, Lawthor. Duke's got lost defensively. Shire's going to want to talk about that one at the next whistle, but that'll lead us to a timeout. I mean, Slim again here at the ACC logo. No, that one has almost died in the rim too, but he couldn't get it. He definitely has the green light to shoot. So it's Boswell who thought about the 3, decides better of it. It's a little 2-man game between Boswell, and Ivisic, and out of bounds on Boswell. Turnover back to Duke. That's right. Yeah, Tennessee is the orange too. What a gift from above is right. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, he shoots this and I'm like, there's no way. Like, right? He shoots this and I'm like, wow, there's no way this is going in. I do love though, like, like, it's crazy. I mean, he just has like, he literally comes around the screen from Gungba here. Like, there's just like, he needs such little time to shoot. It's one step, and he's in the shooting motion. Oh, jeez, and it just like hits the back, literally square in there with between the, like, where the backboard hits the rim at the perpendicular, perfect spot, and it drops in. Are they playing Kasparas? Yes, they are. Kasparas has been playing. He wasn't playing in that second stint there, though. But yeah, he has definitely been. He's been in the game. Jakushionis. He has 7 minutes. So basically, yeah, they basically took him out when we took out Flag, which is like right at the 12:35 mark. So that was like, yeah. I mean, so far so good. Casper sounds like a name in the Bible. The guy's I think it's from Lithuania, I think it is. Jakushionis. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so they basically matched the flag substitution with the Casper substitution, and I mean, he's got 0 points. Flag has two actually right now. It's not actually the Cooper Flag show at the moment, which is sort of interesting. He's one of three. He does have 5 rebounds though, which is like far and away the leading rebounder here for the team. The next closest is Proctor with 2, and like that's like not even very much, right? So, but Isaiah Evans shooting well so far, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. He's got 7 to match Sion James's 7, who's 2 of 4. So for Duke, the 3-point shot is working, 4 of 8, 9 of 17 in total. For the Illini, the 3-point shot is not doing anything. 0 of 7 at the moment here, and 7 of 17. So, like, I mean, 7 of 17 would be okay, but 0 of 7 from 3 is just, I mean, yeah, maybe they keep shooting it, but, like, or maybe they come up with a different strategy here. So that's an interesting one, Chalk fan, about giving up yeah, we have given up a back cut for sure. We've given up some, like, on the pick and roll for sure. We haven't been able to guard that as effectively, I think, as we would like. But yeah, Flag absolutely doing his part defensively and rebounding. He said Dollar Bill fell asleep next to his girlfriend at the Carolina game. That's that's kind of funny. I mean, he's up there. He's old. It's kind of hard to sit through a full 2-hour game for some folks at that age. Coach Shire saying he'd like to see us get out and transition more, but in order to do that, you have to rebound. I mean, the rebounding is even right now, so 10-10. As long as we keep it close, I think with Illinois, this is going to be a game that'll kind of go in our favor here. Duke with the ball here. We do have the arrow. This is coming off an Illini turnover on the previous possession here. Proctor driving into the paint, gives it back up to Knipple. Actually here, and he will score. Yeah. Nice job by Tyrese Proctor. Those are his first points of the afternoon. I mean, the football team could definitely not be good for Carolina. It would be hilarious, actually, I think. Ivisic gives up the 3. Illinois still can't hit, and there's another rebound for Flag off another missed 3 for Illinois. 10 points is the margin right now for Duke. Flag gets caught in the air, gives it up to Proctor. Proctor starting now. He's going to drive in there, try to finish with the left hand. Nice offensive board there by Malawaj, who gets the putback and the 2 points. So offensive, like rebounding wise, so far we have had the best start we could have asked for. I mean, and this has been a pretty fast start for Duke. There's a nice steal by Flag, actually. Oh, Mason Gillis is going to rip it away from Ivisic. But it will go out off of Gillis's leg. So there, good anticipation by Cooper Flag on this particular play here, as we were able to get the steal. This is what I was talking about earlier, right? So Illinois, like, they beat us with the back cut, they beat us with this pick and roll, but like the second time, they weren't able to do it, right? So good adjustment here by Duke. A little mismatch here, Ivisic on Knipple, and it'll be thrown away by the Illini. So another turnover as Illinois finds themselves down 12 here, as that was their third turnover. So here we go. They give Malawach a ton of space, but he's not going to take the 3. Knipple puts his man on a platter, gets into the paint, and scores. I mean, Knipple just strength, will, grit, determination. Duke's got a 14-point lead. And this is looking like a 1 seed versus a 5 at the moment. All right, like, how do you think it should go in the Sweet 16? Sion James going to get called for a blocking foul. Illinois inbounding here. Yakuchonis gives it up to Ivisic. 2 points for him. Good ball movement. Good passing by Brad Underwood Scott. Oh my God, that's an offensive foul. I don't know what Cooper Flag was thinking. Cooper foul. I mean, he just pushed off, man. That is terrible. That is a terrible foul. Like, there's no need because you're going under the screen here. Oh, come on, man. You got a screen there. You can go under. Like, what are you doing? And Illinois scores again. That's Jackie Chunas, though. Those are his first points. So what we just gave away 2 possessions here. Oh my gosh, Malawach almost throws it away. Flag back to Malawach. Malawach going to square up for 3. No, nice rebound to Gillis. That's a foul on 22. That should be on Trey White as Mason Gillis was going in for the rebounding action. Got held. Is this Gillis going to be at the free throw line? We get a baseline inbound here. I think we are going to inbound from the baseline as Cooper Flag will go to the bench. That is to protect him because he's got 2 fouls. So not where we want it to be. Over the screen is Proctor. Jakuchunas fell down and Proctor dropped it in the bucket. 3 more for him. Points in the paint getting worked. Yeah, so it's a kind of a tale of 2 storylines there. One is, yes, points in the paint. There's a turnover. Beautiful hands by Proctor. One-on-one here. Knipple going in. Oh, Knipple couldn't finish it. Good rebound by Proctor, who's trailing the play. Zion James going to put it on the deck. Zion James, yes. James for 2 more, and timeout Brad Underwood and the Illini. Duke here picking up Illinois with its 4th turnover. That with the Duke steal, fantastic. I mean, we could say points in the paint. My response to points in the paint is actually +2 after that Zion James one. I was about to say Zion James about to flip the points in the paint stat. 18 points for Duke, 16 points for the Illini here in the paint. So that has absolutely shifted so far. But let me tell you, how about points not in the paint? Points from beyond the 3-point line, 0 for Illinois, 0 of 8. They've kind of gone away from the 3-point shot as they couldn't hit that one early. Duke, on the other hand, 15 points from beyond the arc, 5 of 10. So, I mean, and look, the delta is 15. So, like, there's your story right now. Once we even it up in the paint. Also, 9 points off turnovers, right? Duke has only 1 turnover. Illinois has 4. And we've managed to capitalize on each of those turnovers. And actually, our points off turnover to turnover ratio is greater than 2. So basically, we're scoring more than 2 points off of one particular Illinois turnover. That's crazy. You're basically getting 3s, right? That's insane. Yeah, I think they have 16 points in the paint now, but only have 20 total. Yeah, I mean, you could play it that way if you wanted. Like, so let me tell you, I don't think Illinois was hoping that, like, was trying to do that. I really think Illinois was really hoping that their 3-point shot was going to drop tonight, and it's just not happening right now. I mean, for a team that takes 30 a game, that's not 30. Yeah, it's like 33 points a game, and it's just like, remember, our 3-point defense hasn't always been great. Like, you could think the Notre Dame game was, like, really bad for us. Like, we got decimated from 3 in that Notre Dame game. We still won, but, like, we were sort of, hanging on for dear life all the way to the end of the game. Like, could very easily, like, turn into that here as well. We're just, they haven't hit it. Our only TO is that flag offensive foul. I guess that's... Yeah, I guess technically that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, technically that's correct. This game has started better than I could have imagined, honestly. Brad Underwood saying that they're getting shots, they just got to hit them. I mean, sort of true. They're saying we're one of the best 2-point defensive teams, or best teams defending the 2, and all their points are from 2. So, yeah, they just haven't hit anything from 3. So here we go. Illinois after the timeout. That should count as the media timeout as well, since it came with under 8. This is Riley looking for opportunities. Back to Yakuchonis. The screen, a little pick and roll with Ivisic. Riley for 3. That's in and out. Nice rebound there by Malowacz. I mean, it was halfway down. That's the closest one they've had so far tonight. James pulls it back out after penetration in the paint here. Now it's nice. Knipple! Over to Malowacz. They get the lob. Baby! Wow, real danger time here for Illinois as they're potentially looking at, a 20-point deficit here with 7 minutes to go. Ivisic, good recovery there by Malowacz. Ivisic going to try to take him off the bounce. No, finishes with the right hand. So 15 as the margin continues. Knipple still looking for it here. Knipple almost gives the little elbow, but Knipple, man, I mean, Khan is just surging. I feel like Khan these last couple of games has just been on fire. So good. 8 points. It's like silently gets all his points, and it's like a huge contribution, man. Obviously doesn't have the spotlight like Flag. The 3-pointer still can't hit it. 0 of 10, and we are actually keep it with Duke. Illinois thought it had a steal. I'm very glad that we finally got a lob to work. Con. I mean, Knipple was 17 points in the game against Virginia, and then Stanford was 9, but still 17 was tied for the team lead. Here's Proctor going to drive in. Proctor can't get it. Gungba puts it back up, can't get that one, and will get his own miss, and will earn a trip to the free throw line for his troubles. I feel like Malowacz would have finished it. Ivisic here, that's his second, as Gungba will go to the free throw line. I mean, Illinois looks like a deer in the headlights, man. Khan Noonien Singh is on fire right now. Ah! That is funny. Yes, he is. Oh, 2 of 2 from the free throw line for Gungba. You love to see it, man. Or 1 of 2. 1 of 2? 2 of 2? I thought it was 2 of 2. Anyway, he's got 40. All right. Riley scores there for Illinois. So we got a 16-point affair here. They look winded, Illinois. Yeah, I mean, they do, man. It's like what has hit them here. Evans going in. Evans gets fouled. Like they can't defend without fouling right now. I mean, Evans looks. Evans is really funny, man. Evans looks like a man who's like out for murder here. He's just like he is so laser focused. He got this like face of a killer right now. Yeah, nice. He's got 8. You just compared him to Brandon Ingram. I could see it. I sort of remember that, but like I thought Ingram was bigger. 1 and 2 for Evans actually, so we'll leave it at 8, and that's a foul by Evans. Silly foul there, man. Riley driving baseline. Great help defense by Gungba. As Drew brings the double team there to cut off the baseline. Illinois really having lots of trouble. Jakachunas for 3. No. 0 of 11. We got foul on the rebounding. No, it's actually Proctor got pushed, so that'll be a foul on Humricious. It's the 7th foul actually on Illinois. That'll be a 1-on-1 with Proctor going to the free throw line here. So I'm missing one. Riley 1. Jakachunas. Proctor makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Illinois' got to keep up the 3 attempts. I mean, at this rate, yeah, sure. Like, they could. What is with our free throw shooting? 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Jakachunas, good defense by Proctor. Now switches on to Evans, gives it up to Riley. Riley asking for a screen from him. Oh, and it's actually, what a mess here by Illinois. They're really scuffing this possession here. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, that's an offensive foul. Oh, what? What? Hello? Hold on. Wait. What? You're kidding, right? I mean, he literally took him out like a running back. What? That's insane. I mean, you gotta be kidding me, man. That is crazy. I don't know. We have a lane. It's not a lane violation. I think they got him for a push in the back on 22. Yeah, it's a foul. So alternating free throws here. Flag makes the first. Let's see if we can actually string 2 free throws together. Wow, last game he had 14 rebounds. That was his career high. I didn't realize that. So, okay, Cooper Flag does go 2 of 2 from the free throw line. That's a 19-point advantage here for Duke. 19 points. That's crazy. Oh, that's another turnover. I mean, so telegraphed, actually. Knipple and Avicic going to give it to Evans. Evans going to get fouled from behind. That was so telegraphed. More free throws for Isaiah Evans. I mean, we can shoot free throws all night long if you really want to. I mean, I guess. And Evans gets 2, so Duke has hit its last 4 from the free throw line and is now open to 21-point lead. Jakachunas. Jump stop over James, gets 2. Flag now being guarded here. This one by Boswell. Playing back to the basket. Such a tough game. We got another foul? I don't even know about that. I think this foul being awarded here is a little generous, to be honest. I wouldn't have called anything. I would have just let him play. Just play on here. Evans is getting a lot of playtime tonight. I mean, the rotation is shrunk though, right? So like there are minutes to go around. Like if Malik Brown is averaging, 15 minutes a night between Evans, Gungba, and Gillis, I mean, divide that out. That's another 4, almost 5 minutes for each of those guys, right? That's another 4 or 5 extra minutes for those guys. So yeah. I mean, he's making the most of it, too. Like, it's not... Yeah, he's definitely making the most of it. It's not like he's not been productive. He's got 10 points here in the first half. It's great. I must say I really like the way that this game is going, obviously. Are we losing Jai Lucas? I saw this, but yeah, so I got texted about this earlier today. Apparently this is true. I didn't quite understand how, because I can't open my phone now, so I can't. Text message. This is so silly. I literally got soaked when I went out with the dog, and then 2 minutes after we got back, it stopped. Oh, okay. He's not leaving this season. He's leaving at the end of this season and going to Miami. That's an interesting question, actually, Chalk fan. The one who hasn't gotten any more minutes is Caleb Foster. It's a great observation, actually. All the other guys have been doing great. But yeah, Foster hasn't gotten any of the Malik Brown minutes that are missing. So far, we haven't seen him at all. I suspect we should see him. I mean, we're up by 21? 19. Yeah, Skylark, I'm sort of getting that sense too, right? I mean, the fact that he hasn't been able to, like, he hasn't really been able to, like, we are playing our bench. We have given him minutes and opportunities, but he hasn't been able to, like, really capitalize. I don't understand why. I guess he, like, lost his confidence. But then there was that one game, I think it was against Cal. Well, everybody was scoring against Cal, but like he comes in off the bench in the last 4 minutes of the game and gets 10 points instantly, and so you're like, well, where has this been the whole time? And so Cooper Flag goes 2-2 and swaps out here for Tyrese Proctor as Duke is back up to 21, but like, I don't understand the Caleb Foster thing either. Really, like, it's actually really sad to me because like he played well like he's played well since he's been at Duke. It just like, I don't know. He's gotten way overshadowed. Jakachunas there for 3. That goes halfway down again, and a rebound for Gillis up ahead in Duke in transition. Malawach with an easy bucket. I mean, Duke is just getting whatever it wants. We have 50 points in a half, bro. Like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family. Wow. Duke has just put up a 50-piece in a half. We got 3 minutes to go. I mean, holy smokes. Start the tournament tomorrow. Actually, don't. Do not start the... Don't do that. Oh, that might have been blocked, actually, by Malawach, who got a finger on it. We need Malik Brown back for the tournament, so we can take 3 weeks. It's fine. Just nobody else get hurt. Jakachunas there. Great defense there by Proctor. Davis in the corner still can't 0 for 12. And heads-up play there by Boswell, who hits it off of Gillis's legs. Yeah, so the Giant Lucas thing, apparently Miami gave him a huge bag of money, so you know what? I can't fault him. But yeah, he's like a very good recruiter. He's big recruiter for us. Like, it's a big loss. Davis for 3 again. Oh my God, did we actually foul a dude here? We foul him underneath? Knipple gets fouled? Or fouls, rather. So this foul was not on the 3-point shot. It was underneath. Ivisic with a 1-on-1. Makes the first. Flag back off the bench, ready to check in. For Mason. And Ivisic gets another one, 6 for him. So we're back to 21. Here, 2:20 left in the first half. Duke in absolute control. James skies for it. Oh, we couldn't get it to drop. Wow, 5-on-4 here for the Illini for a second as James is still down, and he is up on the other side. Jakachunas converts for 2 on the fast break. Somehow I got my feed like way behind. I'm going to have to accelerate myself here in a second. Proctor, nice mid-range jump shot. Jakachunas trying to feed Ivisic down low in the pick and roll. It's not there. This is another telegraph pass. I mean, Cooper Flag is all over these passes as the Illini are trying to feed the post, but Duke is just all over it. Duke is all over the feeds down low into the post, and now the back cuts. Illinois, like, it was having success earlier. It is not having success anymore with those plays. Okay, and as I said that, they just cut. They just got us on a cut, as I said that, in the middle of the paint that was open. So that was a foul on Malowacz, his first. We have been kind of racking fouls here. Both teams actually racking fouls. 9 for Duke, and it's 10 for the Illini. 2 Boswell. Yeah. Got a little stoppage in play at the moment. Minute 24 left in the first. 52-31 Duke. Interesting stat, though, that Illinois is 16-1 this season when scoring 80 or more points, including undefeated in the Big Ten. Of course, this obviously isn't the Big Ten. In order to get to 80, they would have to get like 40 and a half. I mean, there is a minute 30 to go. You could conceivably kind of get to 40, but Duke is just completely outpacing them at the moment. So, yeah, there's the funny one, right? They make, there's a 30 attempts per game from 3, but they only make it at like 37. It's like not as high a clip. So they just jack the shots and don't really make that many of them. They try to score it on volume. They're 17th in their league in that, and yeah, they got a goose egg here in this game. Has Darren Harris been in the game yet? No. Not yet. No Foster, no Darren Harris. Riley makes the first and has a second coming up, and will make that one too. Riley now has 7 points, the leading scorer for the Illini. And here we go with Duke with the ball over to flag from Proctor. My 3-point shooter, Darren Harris, getting the Caleb Foster treatment. Oh, Knipple with a turnover. That's only the second turnover for Duke. He got caught on the baseline. Not a good play there by Kahn. Boneheaded play there. Boswell dribbling in. He gets 2 more, so that's a gift. That was a gift for Illinois there. Let's try to hold it. Timeout. We can try to hold it for the final shot. There's about a 11-second game clock, shot clock differential, so it's not quite going to work out, but I have a foul for Harris. I do. Good catch. That is the foul on Malowacz. You're right. Thank you for the correction. And good evening, everybody. I guess happy Saturday. Welcome in. So 36 seconds for Duke. Well, 36 seconds in the half, 25 seconds for Duke here on the shot clock. Playing a clean game so far. 14 assists, only 2 turnovers. Kahn comes and get it. Sit. There's the screen by Flag. Are they going to try to play this together? Here's Flag. Oh, that's deflected, actually. That's a turnover. Flag, so Flag turned it over. Jakachunas, good way to get back defensively here by Duke to at least make them think about it. But the Illini have gone on a 6-0 run to close the half. Proctor going to drive in there. Should be continuation. Hey, we're at MSG. There should be continuation. Proctor will go to the line for 2 free throws anyway, though. Damn, 3 turnovers so far here. I mean, even like Proctor would have made it even if they didn't call the foul. That was the incredible part about that shot. He'll now have to earn them at the free throw line. He's got 9 as Flag checks out. I'm going to make sure he doesn't get a late foul here for no good reason. Proctor makes them both. That's 10 points for him to match Isaiah Evans here in the first half. With 2.4 seconds, the Illini are going to baseball pass it Grant Hill style. The 3 is good if it goes, and it does not. So that will be another 3-point shot that doesn't count. Here for, well, yeah, we will take that first half. We will absolutely take that first half, despite the little late surge 6-2 run, the Illini to end it. Let's listen to John. So Illinois does not make it to 40. This is sort of interesting, right? Like 54 points is the most points that Duke has scored in a half this season. And it's a good thing we did, because 37 is actually quite a lot to give up on the other side. Like, you know, so they're Illinois is tracking to 74. I mean, we hold opponents to an average of 60 points per game. So Illinois is way over that average, right? You'd think they would be around in the mid to upper 20s or 30 max if they were going to kind of hold them to that average. And look, like Illinois at 0 of 16 from 3, that is a huge gift. I mean, even if you make them at their average of 37%, so 16 times 0.37 is 5.9. So round it up to 6. I mean, that would mean 6 times 3, that's plus 18, plus 34. So if Illinois was making 3-point shots at its average rate, it would be ahead by 1 point. So it's like, yeah, we're playing well, but like Illinois couldn't have had a worse half from 3. And what could happen in the second half is obviously they're not going to shoot 0 for 32. I doubt it. Right? So they're going to make some in the second half. The game could close up a bit, if we kind of fall asleep there for a little while. Illinois is by no means out of this. We have had some lapses in the past as far as like focus, right? You can see Illinois kind of try to work their way back into the game with the 3-ball. We have not, we've shot ourselves in the foot a little bit at the free throw line. We're 13 of 18, right? So it's fine. It's fine, but it's not spectacular. And there, so far we're shooting 55%. We're shooting 50% from 3 on 5 of 10. But I feel like it's been a while since we hit a 3. I mean, Isaiah Evans, 2 of 3. Sion James, 2 of 4. Hit both of his first threes, came in the first 4 minutes of the game. Isaiah Evans within the first 10 minutes of the game. And Tyrese Proctor has hit a 3 as well. That one came in a little later. Cooper Flagg with 6 rebounds so far. 6 rebounds and 6 points. So put him on double-double watch for the evening because he's well on his way there. But so far, I mean, Proctor with 10 and Isaiah Evans actually with 10. Kind of unlikely Isaiah Evans to show up as the top point getter at the moment. Knipple with 8 had a very hot start. Kind of cooled off there in the middle part of the game. And Cooper Flagg only has 6. So, like on the one hand, yeah, Duke, we just put up 54 points and Cooper Flagg only has 6 of them. That's great, right? I think it was earlier folks in chat were saying that we have to come up with a way, or we have to learn how to win without just like relying on Flagg all the time. And this is a prime example of that. There's plenty to go around. The only person who hasn't scored is Mason Gillis. The only person who's played who hasn't scored is Mason Gillis. Let's be specific here. But yeah, I mean, Isaiah Evans has had 6 minutes of play and has scored 10 points. That's ridiculous. Patrick Gungba has also had 6 minutes of play. He scored 3. Gillis has had 9. He hasn't scored any so far. He actually hasn't even taken a shot. He only has 2 rebounds. 14 assists on 18 made baskets is incredibly impressive. That's almost a 3/4 assist to make rate. So we are sharing the rock really, really well. And the rebounding margin is what we said we were going to watch from the beginning, right? That Illinois is plus 10 in rebounding this season. Right now, Duke is plus 4. 19 total rebounds for Duke, 15 for the Illini. So we've swung the rebounding game in our favor, and that's really what is letting us kind of shut down these Illinois possessions, getting the defensive rebounds. Chalkpit doesn't want a repeat of the Wake game where we score 1 point in the first 9 minutes of the second half. I mean, this is what I was saying. Like, you have to, like, pedal to the floor, right? This is where we figure out if this team has real killer instinct. You have a basically 4 or 5 seed in the NCAA tournament down 17 at halftime. If this was the NCAA tournament, you have to go out there in the second half. You have to execute, and you got to advance. Like, you cannot let the team come back, feel like they have life, and go on and turn themselves into Cinderella, right? Because that's what happens in the NCAA tournament. Teams they make these remarkable, ridiculous comebacks, and then everybody's like, whoa, Cinderella, March Madness, right? No! Put them in the ground. End it. End it. Oh, what happened with Carolina today? Did they win? What happened with Carolina? Popovich not expected back this season. Wow. He recovers from a mild stroke in November. Jesus. The whole, like, Wemby having blood clots, too, is just terrible, man. That is so scary. Like Chris Bosh had that too. So scary. You gotta pray for their well-being, man. That is just not where you want to be. Missouri and Arkansas. Big game for Arkansas, by the way, on the wrong side. I'm pretty sure Arkansas is on the wrong side of the bubble at the moment. Yeah. Big game at home. They gotta get that win. Oh, Alabama beats Kentucky. That's by 13, so that's how that game ended. All right. This Clemson, I'm so disappointed at SMU, man. SMU is the biggest disappointment in the ACC. I'm just going to put it out there, all right? You can consider it being a hot take. I don't care. It's the biggest disappointment in the ACC. Florida State also couldn't get it done. I mean, they just, oh wow, they were down 14 at half. That's painful. Looks like NC State beats Wake Forest. Num 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 num. Oh, Notre Dame over Pittsburgh. Wow, that does not help Pittsburgh's odds here of the tournament. That's not good for Pittsburgh at 7-9. Looks like Carolina won. Okay, so they're at 10-6. Okay, so this is a really interesting one because North Carolina sitting at 17 and 11. Sorry, would basically have the same record as Illinois, also at 17 and 11, assuming we're to hold on and win this game. So, the interesting one to look at here. So this was the Illinois net ranking that I was looking at. Was net they were 18. Okay, like top 18. So that's why I say they're like a 4 or 5. UNC is that all right. What is there? Oh, North Carolina. Okay. They're 45. So like, right. So same record, but look at this. Look at the record against Quad 1. 1-10 is Carolina against Quad 1. Lost LLLLW. Lots of L's. Illinois 6-8 against Quad 1. Not bad. Duke 5-3. Illinois actually has more Quad 1 wins than we do. Actually, as soon as we beat them, we'll have 6. It'll be tied. This is a Quad 1 game happening right now. Neutral, see. So, but like, yeah, like what a difference, right? In the well, so this will go up too because it'll count the game today at 17. But yeah, so they're 45 in the net, and so you say, well. All right, man. So, but it's a 64 team tournament. Like, don't the top 64 teams get in? No, actually, that's not the case, right? Because you have the automatic qualifiers from all. You have one AQ from every single conference. So that basically gives you like, the top. I think that's 32, right? So how many? At large, NCAA. Okay, it's 37 at-large teams, right? So, but the thing is, some of the automatic qualifiers are going to be teams in the top 37, right? So you'd say, okay, it's 37 because it's 31 automatics, right? And then it's 37 beyond that. That gets you to the field of 68. So that's basically how you get to the bubble, because you say, well, Duke is an AQ and it might not be the automatic qualifier, but Duke is certainly an at large. But if somebody else somehow wins the NCAA, the ACC tournament, they could effectively steal a bid, right? And so you keep pushing teams out. So in order to be safe, you really want to be in the top 37, right? But Carolina is 45. And so there's a difference of about 8. And you say, well, probably 8 of the automatic, you're assuming at least within the power conferences, right? So within the 5 power conferences, you'd say that the AQ is already in, effectively. Like Duke is already in. Who's the leader in the Big 12? It's like Iowa State or something. It's either Iowa State or Houston or Arizona even. But those are probably all in. So like, so then you go from like 30. You get 30. So you get the 31. That pushes the 37. So that pushes you out to like 40, 42. So like, yeah, Carolina is like right there on the bubble. If you're hovering anywhere in this like low to mid 40s range, that's the bubble for your net. And you're not an AQ. So It's easier if we actually like had the bracket in front of us, but like that's why the bubble is where it is. I believe Duke should start with the ball in the second half. This would be a good opportunity for Duke to continue the scoring streak here. Once Carolina wins 2 games in a row, they start talking about them being a legitimate tourney team. I mean, sure. Sure, I guess. I mean, the other way to do it is to look at the is to look at it through the bracketology here, right? So the last 4 buys, if you did it this, okay, the last 4 in, let's do it this way, is Wake Forest, okay? The last 4 in is Wake Forest. I doubt that but they're actually a net of 60. So I'm very confused as to like, so this is why some of this gets confusing, because like Carolina technically has a higher net rating than Wake, but like apparently Wake is one of the last ones in and Carolina is not. I would say both of them are out, honestly. I wouldn't put Wake in here either. Kick them out too. I don't know how that's so Arkansas, one of the last 4. Where is Arkansas? Kansas. They're at 41. They're actually above Carolina, oddly enough. Arkansas above Carolina right now. So that one makes sense to me. This Wake Forest one doesn't make sense to me. Unless you're like rating them on like a really tough strength of schedule. Yeah. Net is only part of it, but it's like one of the biggest parts of it, right? Because then you also have the strength of schedule is part of it, and then obviously if you're a conference championship, but like you also have the eye test. But like, where does Texas? Okay, so Texas, Nebraska. Where does Texas sit? 35. So Texas at the last four buys. So like Texas is pretty safe at the moment. What was the other one? Nebraska. 53. Interesting. Oh, I see. So, but Nebraska has a 5-8 record against the quad 1. So they're thinking that this like sort of strength of record is going to help them in. Interesting. Curious to go back and forth between this one, like Illinois with a 6-8, Nebraska with a 5-8 record, but like their net is so different. Net 18, net 53. They're 5-2 versus they have this one loss here. This loss to Rutgers is really kind of tanking them, honestly, at 2-1. Interesting. These nets are not updated today. This is at the start of these nets at the start of the day, right? So none of the games that have been played today have counted so far. Do Rutgers have a chance? Probably not. Where is Rutgers? They're at 79? No. Losing record in conference? Losing record overall? No. That's why they're quad 3. Like, you don't get it. You don't get in unless you steal a bid at that rate. Kind of curious at that bracket. We'll look at it in a second here. As we're back to the action with Duke starting with the ball. That'll give possession to Illini. Flag gets it blocked, actually. A lot of fighting for the rebound, and it'll be off orange, okay? It'll be off the Illini, so keep it with Duke. Should put 20 on the shot clock, I think. Baseline inbounds here. Or there's... No, the shot clock should go back to 20. Boy, he walked a long way to get to that scorer's table. It's all the way on the next to the Illini bench. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Wake is considered in. I'm very confused. One of the last 4 in? I don't agree. I don't agree with that. All right, they don't reset the shot clock. Knipple gets free for a 3, though. Can't hit it. Nice tap out by Malawach, but winds up in the lap of Illinois. Oh, Jakuchonis turns it over. Flag going for the dunk at MSG. Good start to the second half. Well played, well played. By Duke. Jakuchonis again. Baseline. Nice extra pass there to Ivisic. In and out. Still can't hit the 3. James down with the rebound. Now out to Proctor. Duke running. Knipple looks like he wants it. Proctor. Over to James. James going to take it in on Jakuchonis. He's going to take the freshman to school. Up and under move there. Ooh, can't finish it. Again, little popcorn action there for the ball. Knipple for 3. Yes, he's got that one. Doesn't miss the second time. Timeout, Illinois. Wow, man. 5-0 run to start the second half. An early timeout by Brad Underwood, which I agree with, by the way. Usually we get on coaches when they don't call timeouts quickly enough. This one, I think he got it right. If you had gone for another possession and then turned it over and Duke had gone 7-0, yeah, like you are hurting right now. Pedal to the floor, boys. This is exactly what we talked about at halftime. We said, John had the right message for the boys at halftime, right? You said, look, these guys couldn't shoot the 3 worse, right? If they had hit their average, they'd be right there with you. You cannot let up. Keep it going. Do not assume that a team is out of it when you get to the tournament. Don't let them be a Cinderella. I think that was Knipple's first 3. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 1 of 2. Oh, it's actually, those are the only 2 threes that Knipple has taken. He's been very aggressive attacking to the basket. Khan is just so good, man. I mean, we knew what we were getting with Flag. And I did mention at the very start of the season that I thought when it was all said and done, Knipple was going to be right there, like 1A, 1B. Now, Flag is like just exceeded all sorts of expectations. He is far and away the best player and could win Player of the Year. But, I mean, Khan has been just rock steady. So good. I'm so happy with how it's turned out with Khan. It's full timeout here for Illinois. I mean, we're just dismantling a quality Big Ten team. I It's a team that played Michigan State really close last week, played Wisconsin really close, has played Tennessee very close this season. Yeah, Flag has been all over the passing lanes. I mean, it's just his presence of mind on the court is unparalleled. Shane, welcome in. Here for the second half. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. We are all enjoying the game at the moment. I mean, how could you not? You got Duke up 22 on a quality opponent here late in the season. So, in which is, in what's a tune-up game for the tournament, wondering how our team was going to show up. They have shown up. Chakochonis couldn't get it, and Duke out in transition again. Knipple should just go and dunk this thing. Instead, he goes for the reverse. And, I mean, the hits just keep on coming. The hits just keep on coming for Illinois. Good defense there by James to cut off Chakochonis on the cut. Proctor with a foul, unfortunately. Actually, yeah, Khan was going to get it blocked by Avicic. She had to use the rim to protect it. That's a real heads-up play. Avicic going to put it on the deck over Malawach. Can't hit it. Flag with a rebound. His 8th? Stutter step. Oh, my goodness! Cooper Flag! Has showed up to MSG in the second half. My goodness. He gives Avicic the stutter step and just goes right by him. Oh. Who called timeout? What? Another Illinois timeout. Wow, okay. They're down to their final timeout. Yeah, they haven't scored yet in the second half. Duke is 9-0. Hey, bud. Hi. You excited? You excited? Oh, I know. It is very exciting. I have to take your food out. Let me take your food out. Oh, I got this time out. 1 sec. He's got energy. I gotta distract him because we didn't get a good walk in because of the rain. All right, back to the action. Riley. Oh, fouled by Knipple. Actually, I know. Hold on. "15 seconds for Illinois as we resume here. Riley being guarded by Flag yet again. Riley now on Proctor. Good switch. What a tough shot. What a great rebound by Malawach. Two hands strong, just being taller than everybody. Knipple penetrating over to Malowacz, puts the ball into deck, one dribble, gets it blocked by Ivisic. Knipple tries to get it or knock it back out to one of the guards, but can't, so Duke comes up empty here. It was Boswell. Now Boswell again. Boswell driving right. Good defense by, I mean, the Duke defense today has just been sensational. I mean, wow. Wow. We got a foul here on James. That's his second. Shire needs to play his bench. I think we'll get there. Oh, man. Get the sticker off the thing. Jakachunas at the free throw line makes the first. We're getting a little pup and antler because he's been a good boy. He's been a very good boy. Two for Jakachunas, that gives him 8. The guy averages about 16, so we've held him to about half of what he usually gets. First points for Illinois here in this second half. Knipple working on Jakachunas. There gets the screen from Malowacz. Proctor was calling for it, but Knipple will get caught in the air, give it up. Malowacz tries to put it in with the right hand. Shot misses. Opportunity here for Illinois as they've been weathering the storm. Next whistle will go to the TV timeout. Oh, Illinois finally hit a 3. 5-0 run for Illinois finally. As we're now back to a 21-point lead. Only 21. Flag, gonna have an answer. Actually, is James gonna have an answer. In and out. Malowacz tries to get the rebound. Actually, both Malowacz and Flag try to get the rebound. Illinois ends up with the ball after Malowacz and Flag same team themselves here. Here's another 3 on the way. And oh, Malowacz there with the two-handed grab. A little bit of a dodged bullet. Illinois was kind of feeling it there for a second. Flag driving in. We'll get Ivisic in the air and 1. As he's got 12. Flag asserting himself here. And that will be the media timeout. As soon as Illinois gets a spark, a hint of life, Flag is like, no, I don't think so. Which is great. I love the killer instinct. I love it, man. This is... Chat, what do you think? Duke, I think we can pretty, unequivocally say that Duke has passed the test. Shire needs to play the bench. We're asking for the bench. We're asking for Darren Harris, more Mason Gillis. Give me Darren Harris, the blue team. They have nobody in double figures. Yeah, that's right. Ivisic has 9. That's as close as they get. I mean, it's bad. They still have they finally hit a 3, right? So like Ivica is the only one that got 3, but it's one of 19. I mean, yeah, the Duke defensively, the lockdown is just something else. Like I said, like Illinois got us early in the game with the back cuts and the cuts into the paint. And since then, nothing. Right? They're like, okay, you can get us once on that play, but like our guys learn. And they don't give it to you again. It's great. I'm waiting to see how people try to dismiss this win to continue saying Duke hasn't played anybody. I mean, there's no way. You can't. It's a quad 1 game. Like, one way or the other, it's quad 1 in a neutral site, and it will be always quad 1 until we get to the tournament. It doesn't matter. It's a 6th quad 1 win for Duke. Like, the NCAA tournament has some teams that I do not trust, like St. John's. I mean, Rick Pitino at St. John's is very, like, do you not trust them from the sense of, like, you don't want to pick them in your bracket, or you don't want to play them because you're like, oh, man, that might not go so hot? To be fair, I kind of thought the way that was going to go for Illinois, like, I thought they were going to go out here. This was actually going to be a much closer game than what it turned out to be. Yakashunas can't get that one from the paint. Still a 24-point game, but Duke just came out here and just took absolute control. I mean, things got out of hand real early. They're Proctor. I mean, we're getting everything. Everything we want, we're getting. It was scoring over 2 people, too. Riley gives it to Jakachunas. Ivicic, baseline jumper. Nope. Good rebound here. The rebounding for Duke has been... Yeah, the 3-point percentage, I agree, is a little lucky, but, like... The rebounding is not lucky. That's the thing. The rebounding is not lucky because Duke is +9 on the rebound, 28-19. We have literally flipped the stat on Illinois. Illinois is generally the team that's +10. Like, that's their average. They're +10 on the rebounding, and we're +9 right now. Evans driving high off the glass. Isaiah Evans with 12. Yo, I can't remember who was it. Was it Chalk Fan that called primetime slim tonight? It was dead on, man. 12 points for Isaiah Evans today. Got it going early from the 3-ball too. You love to see it. And we have a turnover here by Illinois. Oh, someone keeps saying we haven't played anyone. They'll say Illinois has been sliding back lately. Yeah, this will be their 3rd loss in as many games, but like they're still in the tournament, right? They're like tournament team, so quad 1 tournament team. Gongba has to get it back to Proctor. Proctor here. Ooh, that's a tough one. Do I think that a weak ACC benefits Duke and that they don't have to grind a killer schedule? I mean, I don't really know. The thing is, I don't know. Like, if the ACC were strong, it's a zero-sum game, right? Because if the ACC were stronger and its teams were elevated higher in their net rankings, then somebody else's teams would have to be come down. So whose teams would be that? The Big Ten's teams? The SEC's teams? So, like, all of a sudden now it looks like... Oh, okay, they both thought he had it. So that now if you do that, all of a sudden it looks like the SEC is a weaker conference than, like... So, here's the thing. Is the SEC actually that good of a conference, or is it that good relative to everybody else? Right? Could you put Duke in the SEC, and could they do what Auburn is doing, where they basically have a near flawless record in the SEC as well? Maybe. Right? Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, if the ACC was stronger, then maybe you could take the number 1 overall seed away from Auburn. But, like, that's all you're going to end up with, I think. I mean, what are we playing for? We're splitting hairs here, right? We're going between, do we get the number 1 overall seed, or do you get the second number one seed? Like, I don't think Alabama State, they had the big win against Kentucky today, obviously, which is good for them. But, like, we countered with the win against Illinois. So both quad 1 wins, it's even. At the end of the day, I don't think Alabama ends up taking that second overall 1 seed. I think Duke ends up taking that second overall 1 seed, and we were never going to beat Auburn for the first one, so it doesn't matter anyway. Great defense again by Duke, and Gongbo's about to throw it down huge. Yeah, every SEC team, the SEC is 500 as a conference. Yes, exactly. I can't imagine, why hasn't anybody managed to find, they haven't managed to find any separation in the league. They're just 500 overall. The league is 500 overall. Where's the separation? Cooper flag gets it deflected. That will not be a backcourt violation, as that was tipped. Gongbo with a high screen. Flag and a step into the 3 here. Oh, just pure. 16 for Cooper Flag. He has just come on here in the second half. 10 points for Flag here in the second. Oh, nice strip there by Gongba. But Duke isn't able to recover it. Another missed 3, another missed 2, another missed put. Oh, no, that putback goes. That almost empty possession there for Illinois, but they did manage to make something of it. And, yeah, it's a 31-point game, boys. We just have to, like, not shut it down right now. We have to, like, stay really locked in defensively. You know, this is, like, mentality that you want is to be able to pitch a shutout right now. Great hands by James. That's the under 12. How many points do you think Duke is going to get? I mean, we're getting to 90. We're on pace for 100. I mean, to be fair, right? We're almost three quarters of the way through the game. We have 75. You're on pace for 100. You probably don't get there when you put the bench players in, but, like, you get to 90. That's for sure. Okay, so I wanted to look at the NCAA tournament. This is what Lunardi has at the moment. Let's take a look. Let's zoom in for you. Yeah, okay. So the East, Newark, Jersey. Duke as the... See, this is what it's saying. See this AQ automatic qualifier. These are the ones that are going to take your 31 spots, which are going to leave you 37 at larges. But, like, look... The AQ of the Southern and the AQ of the American are not in the top 40. They're not in the top 35. They're, like, somewhere out there in, like, 150 to 200 land. Right? So every time, so you would think it's not the top 68 teams. You keep moving that forward. So Southern and American, okay, that's 2 teams that are not in the top 68. So you go, okay, now 66, right? Quinnipiac, all right, come on. Not 60, so now you're at 65, right? So you keep doing that, and all of a sudden you end up with, like, yeah, you have 37 teams that are essentially left. All right, who else is in here? So Texas Creighton. Interesting. Like, this Creighton game is a replay of the game from a couple of years ago. Missouri, that's an interesting storyline because that's a Mark Mitchell Missouri team there. Purdue, well, not as good as they used to be, obviously, but still that would be, I don't know if I would want to play Purdue. Okay, Illinois. So Joe Lunardi has Illinois down as a 7, which is the 1 and the 8. So actually, okay. So this would not be a Sweet 16 game. This would be a second round game. If Lunardi has Illinois down as a 7, this would basically be a second round game, give or take. I originally thought it was more of like a Sweet 16 game, but Lunardi has this as a second round game, so maybe. UCLA with a Mick Cronin UCLA, Texas Tech. Who cares? Yeah, this Wake Forest one I don't agree with, so I think that's going to be Tennessee is going to be, that's so interesting. Tennessee is the number 2 seed in this bracket. Remember, this is a replay of a game from, I want to say it was 2 years ago, where we just got shellacked, right? It was the Kyle Filipowski freshman year game where we just got hammered. Couldn't handle the physicality. That would be a very tough game here. I mean, all these 2 seeds are tough. This Florida one, Florida and Iowa State. Wow, what is it? Yeah, the Elite 8. Year 2s, Auburn, Houston. Wow. What an Elite 8 game between Auburn and Houston. Good Lord. Wow. Bama and Wisconsin. Okay, this one seems like maybe the weakest to me. Give us Wisconsin and give Tennessee to Bama. All right, as we resume play here at the Garden. Boswell back to Riley. Riley for 3. No. Illinois, man. They just can't hit anything from beyond the... I kind of feel bad for them. Here's Proctor on the other side. Nope. We got a foul on Gillis. So Illinois is trying to make inroads here. Boswell over to Humricious. This is Lawhorn. And good defense by James. My God, 4 seconds on the shot clock. I mean, Duke is just evaporated. That's a shot clock violation. It would have been if Malawach hadn't ended up with the ball. Illinois' shots just... Duke is eating everything, man. I mean, the defense is just... Can't even... Oh, another one. Isaiah Evans. 15 points tonight. A 3 on the way for Illinois. Actually, they get it. 11 points for Trey White. The first double-figure Illini scorer. Creighton could be dangerous as a potential second round. Yeah. I think so. That's a foul. That's an and 1. Malawach gets hacked from behind and the ball gently rolls in. He'll go to the free throw line. No Illinois player has 4 fouls, per my math. Boswell has... Oh, Ivisic has 4. Okay. Ivisic has 4. I was off by 1. Off by 1 on Duke, too. Oh, Evans has 4 personals? Really? Wow. Proctor's got 3. Malawach 1. James 2. Gillis 1. Flag 2. Knipple 2. Malawach 1 of 2. It's like Evans gets called for a foul here. So that's Evans' 4th. Malwatch is coming along nicely in his offensive game. I agree. Remember when it was a couple games ago I was sort of getting on him about like, why haven't we seen? I don't understand why Malwatch doesn't score 10 points a game. Well, he listened. He has answered. So 11 tonight. Well, 2 against UVA. We'll let that slide. 17 against Stanford. 10 against Cal. Clemson, he had 3. So against the West Coast teams, he's did pretty good. And then Syracuse with 6. But I really do think that Malawat should be 10 points every night. Boswell at the free throw line makes the first. And that's 10 for him. So that's the second Illinois player in double figures. I feel like the mercy rule should be in effect right now. Gillis for 3. No. Malawatch tried to tap that out. Couldn't do it. Final score could be 97-59. I actually think Illinois will score a little faster. I think Illinois gets to around 65 once all the bench players come in. Yeah. Anything could happen in the tourney, but Duke is going to have to play down to their opponent, and that opponent is going to have to play their best game all year for Duke to lose. So, yeah, I agree with the one from the opponent. Interestingly enough, I do not think we used to get on Duke teams for playing down to the level of their opponent for the last 2 years. I have not seen a game this season where it felt like Duke played down to the level of a truly inferior opponent, right? I don't think I can recall. The Clemson one doesn't count. Clemson is a ranked team. They're in the tournament, like they're good. The Notre Dame game, I don't think we were playing down to the level of Notre Dame. I mean, I think Notre Dame got hot. Like, I cannot think of a game when you're just like, oh god, yeah, these like we really screwed that up. Like, or we're just like there were games earlier in the season where you're like, okay, we probably didn't like play like a full 40 minutes, but I feel like that's gone. There's a lot of games where we got off to like really slow starts. Like, remember that? We were saying, and then like we just sort of picked it up like, you know, after the first 10 minutes and we got rolling. Like, I don't think we've had a real slow start in a while. Even in road games. I mean, even this game, I mean, Duke was just shot out of a cannon. Like, a large cannon, like a, you know, not just like a 12-pounder. We're talking like 18-pound gun here. You know, big. Maybe 22. It's a foul on James. That's his third. Jakachunas at the free throw line. .836 to go here. Sign is just too big for most guards to defend him. Just punishes them. Yeah. I mean, he's built like the he's like the football tight end that went and started playing basketball, right? We got Cephas in the game now, so Duke going to the bench at the 8:30 mark of the second as Caleb Foster checks in. You got Foster, Flag, Malawach, Evans, and Gillis on the floor at the moment. Flag going in with the alley-oop. Flag and Malawach, that little duo right there. good defensive hedge out there by Malawach. I mean, just making a foul. Flag got caught in the air, man. He went for the fake hook, line, and sinker. All right. Final series of commercials. Oh, we got one more, but... Wow, buddy, you've really gone to town there on the antler. Let's go back to this this Creighton. We were saying Creighton in this region. Kansas is so brutal. Man, I feel like Kansas, ever since they expanded the Big 12, like they haven't won the league. It's what happens when you let the invaders in. St. John's is a 4. That's interesting. Arizona. Wow. St. John's in Arizona. This region feels like a toss-up to me. I mean, Oregon depends what Oregon team shows up, but like Bama versus St. John's would be a good game here in the Sweet 16, and then Bama versus Arizona could go either way. Depends on which team shows up. Creighton, Texas, I'm not so concerned. I think Duke makes the Sweet 16 easy. Then you have... We already beat George Mason earlier this year. This Missouri, Purdue... I doubt George Mason makes it... I don't know, maybe. It's interesting that... where's UNC? They're not on here, man. They're out. It's a 4-team league for the ACC. They're on the outside looking in. Here, Pittsburgh losing today didn't help itself at all. Where's UNC the NIT? No, they wouldn't even accept the NIT invite. That's the thing. They'll just stop playing. Cancun is the right answer. Where's UNC? Cancun. Boswell makes the first. All right, here's Foster. Driving, taking the place of Proctor and James at the moment. Turnover, actually Gillis fights for it. Yes, turnover there. Gillis still fighting for it. Like this team is up by 25 and there's still bodies on the floor. Knipple comes out with it. Foster puts it on the floor here. Foster goes for it and scores. I mean, Duke did not give up on the play. Oh, we got a ref down. The ref slip? We got clipped. Somebody tripped the ref? Looks like the ref may have hyperextended a knee. And the ref will go to the locker room here. Oh, he runs into a woman there in the front row. Don't look now, but Illinois almost has as many points as Duke had in the first half. 2 weeks until UNC annihilation. Shane used to be a ref until you took an arrow to the knee. Where did the, like you were hunting? Or like figuratively? Or like literally? Were you like in a war? Yeah, he got picked by a fan. Oh wow, St. John's plays UConn tomorrow. They play at St. John's. They play in Madison. That's a big game. Foster his first. He is destroying the antler. Oh, and he misses the 1-and-1. So a turnover there by Illinois. You were saying, I think if Duke wins this game by 25 plus, they set a new ACC record for most 25 plus point wins in a season. Fascinating. Gillis with the turnaround in the 3. So there's 90. So what are we at? 37 at the moment? The Oblivion meme? The Elder Scrolls Oblivion meme? I used to be in a restaurant. I took an arrow to the knee. I don't think I've seen that one. Timeout John Shire to get the bench into the game. So the interesting, okay, Sparty is an interesting one. Michigan State, where are they in the bracket? They're a 4 seed in Auburn's region. That Tom Izzo is overdue for a late, for a run in the NCAA tournament, okay? Michigan State in the Auburn bracket could be chaos. Because I do sort of think, as long as Duke and Auburn are in it, it is literally Duke, Auburn versus the field. Like, you could take that 50-50 prop bet, and I think it would work. Like, as an even money. Duke and Auburn versus the field, I think, is pretty much even money. So, like, but Michigan State could ruin it for Auburn. For whatever reason, Izzo Magic in the Sweet 16, the 4 seed, could ruin it for Auburn. That's such a dangerous matchup. They seem to show up in March, but they haven't for a couple years, which is why it was like an every 4 or 5 year thing, right? Because Izzo had to recruit players, they had to mature, they had to get to like, be juniors and seniors, and then he would take these like experienced senior-laden teams deep in the tournament. And so you could only really do it every 4 to 5 years, right? So like, because then they would like class would go and they would graduate, and you bring in the next ones. But he's overdue. He's overdue. Isn't the last one when they went, they got us like, it's been a while, right? Okay, it is 2019. I was gonna say it's been a while. It's been a while since like he's off, right? He's overdue. Foster with 3, nice. See, this is what I say about Caleb Foster. I don't get it. He gets put in garbage time. He just like, and he starts making shots and plays. What, like, that was the Grayson Allen Elite 8 game, wasn't it? No, it was the Final 4? Was the Zion Williamson game? Elite 8, right? Grayson Allen was Kansas. That was an Elite 8 game against Kansas. It was Zion in the regional, yeah. Okay. What? Why am I missing so many from Illinois? 4, Ivisic 9, White 12, 14. So right now at 37. So, okay, Illinois just got to the part where they beat whatever Duke did in the first half. It took them 35 minutes to do it. Incredible. And we are going to get 100 for sure. It's a 37-point game. I am stunned, man. This is crazy. This team is like such the real deal, man. They're just such a joy to watch. We just need to enjoy. We need to enjoy every bit of this, man. It's so good. This team is incredible. Darren Harris is in the game, by the way. Woo! That shot was way over the head of Darren Harris. That was crazy. Crazy. 62. Ooh, Foster gets blocked from behind. 4:02 left in the game here. I think we've seen the last of Flag tonight and Proctor and James. I don't think they should come back in, or Knipple, actually, for that matter. No need to put them back in the game. It is well out of hand. Or well in hand, I guess, for our guys. Evans trying to go one-on-one on Yakinchonis. Gives it up to Foster. Foster for 3, and he hits it again. And he's got 10 points! And just like that. If Gongba is going to end up being a Baycott type player, I mean, Baycott was like legit ACC, like ran the ACC for like 5 years, dude. The guy was legit. Duke has 100 points. You'll love to see it. Oh, he hits the deck. He slipped, actually. All right. 100 to 64. 100 to 64. I can't even, like, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, man. All right, buddy. That's it with the antler. We're done. If not, you're not going to eat. Good boy. Oh, my goodness. He's really got a talent in this thing. It's not as bad as I thought. Here, go get. That 2019 game was awful. We were behind by 1 in the last second. Michigan State had the ball, and we didn't have even enough fouls to put them on the line. Never mention that game again. Yeah, that was the... Wait, wasn't that the game where like RJ Davis tried to play hero ball to... That was it, right? RJ Davis played hero ball and like couldn't get it done, and we were all like, what the hell? Because like he had tried to do that against Gonzaga earlier in the year and it didn't work, right? We gave him the ball like twice. Now I'm remembering this. We gave him the ball like twice, end of game, down late, right? And he just couldn't convert it. Anti-clutch. Hey! You got the antler back. You're gonna get dinner soon, bud. No more. Cat fan passed out. That's hilarious. Apparently Duke was like, the play was so hypnotic and mesmerizing by Duke that he put him to sleep. That was the biggest flaw of that team. RJ was a great player, but he wasn't Zion, and he thought he was better. Exactly. All of us sitting here being like, and Zion Williamson is going to get the ball when? And yeah. Yep. Exactly. Okay, he is not happy that I took the antler away. Expected Illinois to be tougher. I did too, honestly. I thought I saw a 10.5 point spread, and I was like, you know what? Take the bet against that. Phew, man, wrong. Duke with only 5 turnovers tonight and 26 assists. What an incredible ratio as a team. Flag 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Another stat stuffer. Foster gets it inbounds to Evans. Darren Harris coming around the curl. Going to put up the leaner. Yeah, nice little touch there by Darren Harris. He's in the box score. That means that every Duke player has scored tonight. Every Duke player has scored. I can hear it already. Duke caught Illinois off a team-wide flu issue. They weren't at full strength. If they were at full strength, they would have won. Yeah, okay, because that's 38 points difference. Sure. Oh my goodness. The flu was worth 38. Oh, what a beautiful extra pass. Evans to Harris. It's an air ball that winds up in the lap of Gungba. No reset on the shot clock. Gungba back to the basket on a Visic. And with the left hand, Patrick Gungba. 104. It is now a 40-point game. Except Hubbard. Well, Malik Brown couldn't score. He has a bad shoulder, so... Okay, anybody who's not a walk-on. Oh, I guess technically Hubbard isn't a walk-on. He's a scholarship. There's still time. There is still time. I mean, Duke just did whatever it wanted tonight. Let's be real. Like, we just got everything. There we go. Sheffield, Begovic, Hubbard. The second string is holding the margin. Now we get the walk-ons. The third string is in. I can't believe we're playing the walk-ons, man, against Illinois. One and two for Ivisic. That at least gets him to 10. Hubbard is very small compared to everyone. Two minutes to go here. Foster gonna shoot three. Oh, I mean, why not? Oh, it's a long two. Okay, it's a long two. Yeah, it is really nice that the walk-ons get to play at MSG. That is good. Whoa, we got Begovic with a rebound into the box score. I love so many things about this team. We have multiple big guys wearing handcuffed when one gets in foul trouble. Lots of great D, lots of assists. Yeah, that was really the problem, right? Is we had like Filipowski was like our big, and like if he was in foul trouble, there was like nobody else. You had like Mark Williams or whatever, but like Mark Williams isn't a 5, he's like a 4. So like, yeah, depth at the 5. And this is even with Malik Brown out. We actually spread the fouls around pretty good. Malawach only 1 foul at all tonight, though, so it wasn't even like a problem. Gungba 0 fouls. Malawach 1 foul. Like, wasn't even a problem fouling in the front with our front court players. Harris at the free throw line makes the first. We get Stanley Borden in. So it's like literally everyone. Everyone has played. One and two. Oh, the tap out! Duke's gonna retain possession on the tap out by Begovic. Beautiful. Look at that, man. They're even getting rebounds. Oh, they're gonna play the high-low game. Oh my goodness, we almost had a play there on the baseline. That was almost brilliant. I did not see this level of domination either. No. This is a surprise. This is a surprise for sure. So, programming note. Game against Miami, Tuesday. Back here on the channel. If you're new, hit the like and the sub button. We do all the games. We're going till it's over. We're going to the end of the season, y'all. Miami, Florida State, Wake, Carolina. 4 games to go in the ACC. Illinois comes up with 2 empty free throws and 60 ticks on the clock. One of the walk-ons is going to score on this possession. Hubbard for 3 at MSG! Oh, he hits it! Incredible! The way they're playing, they would give the Knicks a hard time. Oh my God, Gus Johnson, that was brilliant. Incredible. Everybody off the bench. That was awesome. What an awesome moment. I kind of forgot Sheffield was on the team. What an awesome moment, man, at MSG. A rebound for the walk-ons as well. We technically have to take... I would just take the shot clock violation, honestly. Like, mercy. Mercy. But you know what? It's the walk-ons. Let them play it out. Drive on the Sheffield. No, couldn't do it. Oh, almost got the reverse. Is Stanley Borden rebound? Yes. Indeed. Yeah, they still have their starters in. Trey White with 16 points. That's going to be the leading scorer for the Illini. Spencer Hubbard will dribble out the final 6 seconds, and that is it! Wow. I mean, a 43-point victory. Wow. 43 points. Incredible, man. This box score is insane. I mean, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The only reason this isn't 15 is because Malik Brown is out injured and literally couldn't play. Everyone played in the game. I mean, this is insane. They just straight up committed murder on live TV. Shooting 55% from the field, 52% from 3, 12 of 23, and 75% from the free throw line. We out-rebounded 44-30. I mean, plus 14 in the rebounding, 28 assists on 40 makes, it's like 60%. Guys, it's like, no, it's more. It's almost 70%. The only thing is we had 23 personal fouls. So it's like, you know, you're at almost a 5-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. The spread was 9.5. The spread right at the start of the game was 9.5. Yeah. On holding Illinois to 67 defensively. I mean, that is still plus 7 actually to the Duke's average. So that 67 is still above Duke's average, but like Illinois ended making 5 of their last 7. I mean, we held them to under 40% from the field. They shot 8% from 3, 2 of 26. Like this just did not work. But like, even if they shot close to their average, it still wouldn't have worked. I mean, we were just so dominant offensively. We got everything we wanted. 20 points off of the 9 turnovers. We averaged more than 2 points an Illinois turnover. I cannot express how insane that is. That's crazy. The offensive rebounds as well. Second chance, look at this. 16 offensive rebounds. 27 second chance points. We essentially converted on every single offensive rebound. Illinois had 10 offensive rebounds, but couldn't even convert on half of them. The bench points with 43. I mean, points in the paint. We were getting sloshed in points in the paint, right? In like in the first 10 minutes of the game, we were getting killed in points in the paint. We end up winning 52-40. I mean, fast break 12 blocks. Illinois won one stat. They had more blocks. 6 blocks. We didn't block. We didn't block well. 5 steals, 28 assists. Just incredible. Just incredible. I mean, we won the second half 56-30. That's 26 points. which is we won the second half by a bigger margin than we won the first. Wow. Total domination. Just top to bottom domination by Duke. Incredible. Incredible. You know what? I'm going to have a great night. I'm going to have a great Sunday. It's a rest day for me tomorrow. You go to church in the morning, you hang out, and you just think about how amazing Duke is. Incredible. Wow. All right. That's it. That's it for us here. We have a game against Miami in Miami. Miami's terrible. It might be another 40-point game on Tuesday. Like, you might just go back-to-back 40-point games. Could be. Incredible. Incredible stuff. So, we'll see you all on Tuesday. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in and watching. That was a lot of fun. I think everybody can agree. Especially when everybody gets in on the action here. I mean, wow. Flag, 16, 7, 5. Hit all his free throws. Sion James, another stat line of 6 assists and 0 turnovers. Wow. Just wow. They're feeding us Miami. Should that be allowed? They're feeding us Miami. Oh my God. 6 assists, 0 turnovers. I mean, Proctor as well. Look, the Duke backcourt. 10 assists, no turnovers. I mean, come on. It's incredible. Wow, I just hope this continues well and deep into the tournament. So, anyway, have a great night, everybody. I'm gonna get some dinner as I'm actually hungry. I did legs today, so I'm like really hungry. The pup is hungry. I hope everybody had a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great and safe Sunday. Have a great time, and we will see each other on Tuesday. All right. As always, stay safe. Go Duke. See you Tuesday. Good night.